Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1. What a beautiful and fantastic finish to a very frustrating game. A very just rugged game. I must say, I was very disappointed in the way that Manchester United came out and played this game. I'll be honest and I'll be real. I think they were so defensive. They were so stubborn. They were so negative that it's just incredible. I understand their whole thing is to hit on the counter, which they did. Fantastic goal by Marcus Rashford. I think Marcus Rashford deserves, that sort of nemesis title. Um, when it comes to playing against Arsenal now, he's following the likes of Rooney, he's following the likes of Drogba, following the likes of Van Nistelrooy, following the likes of people such as all of these kind of strikers in the past that just keep scoring against Arsenal. But yeah, listen, I tell you what, man, I say that to say this: Declan Rice, man of the match. He deserves all the plaudits because he saved us. He really, really did. That Gabriel Jesus goal would not happen if the Declan Rice goal would not happen. I think everybody would be able to agree with me on that. And I think the team is definitely this team here moving forward. This is the team that we want to see moving forward. I think it was a critical performance, critical result, to stay on par with, the Man Cities of this world. But yeah, man, Jesus Christ, man. Why do we have to make it so hard upon ourselves, people? Why? Please explain to me. Listen, man, I say that to say this. Definitely man of the match for me, Rice. No Party, of course, we understand that Party's injured. And I think for me, it looks like this is the team that is going to be, past that sort of Party era. Going to try to slowly sort of ease him out of the team because of obviously all of the recurring injuries. And I think we more or less got it. Kai Havertz is still a doubt. He had a better game today, I must say, giving us that penalty opportunity, which didn't end up being a penalty opportunity, was a better showing. He looked like he was more determined. He looked like he had a bit more about him today. He looked like he was a bit more galvanized. But it was an important victory, man. I say that to say this, people. And it puts us right on par with everyone else or all of the teams that have 10 points. Declan Rice, my guy, what a shot by Declan Rice. Ugh. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful scenes. And as the ball came in and I see him, chesting it down and putting it down, I said to myself, please just shoot. Don't put it back in the box because Man United, they're going to clear it. Please, just shoot the ball, Declan Rice. And what does my boy do? He shoots the ball. He gets a brilliant, fantastic, world-class shot off. My brother, Dex. The Havertz penalty, I don't think it should have been a penalty. I'll be honest and I'll be real. But look, I was frustrated. Let me not, take away the fact that I was frustrated for the best part of 70 minutes throughout this game. Other than the goal that we equalized, that brilliant sort of sequence of play, there wasn't much else into it. There wasn't much else in it. And I think that we got a lot of work to do, man. We need to bring back that fluidity, that solid sort of football, that smooth football to our game. Man United, my Man United friends, they're going to be silent today. They're going to be stressed. I'm looking at reactions online. I'm looking at reactions on social media. It's not looking good for them. It's not looking good. As I said before, listen, that Man United goalkeeper, Onana, he was pissing me off. I'll be honest and I'll be real. He was stressing me out because the way how he was, just playing football and the way how he was kind of trying to deploy the football that Man United were trying to play was horrific, bro. Slowing it down, trying to come all the way into midfield and all of these things, but to no avail, getting gassed, talking a whole heap of West to his teammates, talking about calm down and this and that. And yeah, look, I'm sharing it now. People like Mark Goldbridge and these men are going to be stressed out. And these are the dons that I watch on YouTube. And yeah, it's not going to be a good day for them because obviously Yeah, I mean, Arsenal did the business. Martin Odegaard, my captain, he tried again, as Martin Odegaard always does, huffed and puffed and gets that brilliant equalizing goal. But for me, it was this guy. For me, this was this is it, man. This is it. This is why people I made now a couple months ago. I made a video and I said 120 million, 105 million, whatever it is, it must be done because it's worth everything. He's worth it all. He's worth the risk. He's worth the money. You know, this is not a debate. It was never a debate. Arsenal would have had to go in no matter how much they were charging, no matter how much West Ham wanted to negotiate, we would have had to go in with whatever they were asking for and get it over the line. And this is the reason why. Because he's gonna do things like this, people. You know? A fantastic controlled shot. He controlled it on his chin, he's talking about. Huh? Man controlled it on his chin. What? Huh? Controlled it on his chin. And listen, what else do I need to say about Declan Rice other than what I already said? The guy is pure class. He's pure class.
Today meant, and just wanted to give it my all.
Talk us through the actual.
You know what? I think as an outside, like looking in, watching Man United, Arsenal over the years, you understand the heritage. You understand this game. The big players that have played in this game, what it means to the fans, and I think you see in my interview before the game, I was really focused, knew what today meant, and just wanted to give it my all.
Talk us through the actual moment there when you scored.
It was one of them things. We was corners. I had a chance in the first half, thought we was a constant threat, and then the one at the end, obviously I scored. I stayed back and I think first time controlled it with my chin and then scored. But if you don't shoot, you don't score. And
controlled it with his chin. You heard that from the man himself, people. And this is what I'm trying to say to you lot, man. Because now this is a very critical time. This is a time where we go into a critical stage in the season. Yeah. A stage where, we have the likes of Everton away. We have the likes of Spurs, North London derby at home. Right up till we get to that critical Manchester City game at home. We need to be winning all of the games. Every single one of those games. Every single one of those fixtures. Yeah. And the performance today was, listen, I know it's Manchester United. I get that. I really do. I really honestly do. I get it's Manchester United. But at the same time, it's like, come on, man. We're conceding goals. Yeah. We're still conceding goals, which is never good to see, people. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel live on the reaction, the immediate reaction. Manchester United losing again, second defeat in a row by Arsenal. I knew we was going to win this game. I said it to my boys. I said it to my friends. We're gonna win this game, and there's no way that Rasmus Højlund is going to have his debut. He tried. Rasmus Højlund tried a thing. He tried to do the bully boy thing. Rasmus Højlund is a solid built center forward. I mean, he looks like he's going to do well for Manchester United, but we're not gonna have it today. We was never gonna have it today. We were never gonna have Rasmus Højlund come in and do the Drogba, the Rooney, Van Nistelrooy, and all of these players. When today was not the day. Gabriel was back, baby. And Gabriel, tremendous performance. Let me know if you agree. Tremendous Titanic performance next to Saliba, who he should be next to each and every single time. And the games that we, obviously it's only one draw, fair enough. We drew one game, but Gabriel should have been in that game. And he would have probably been the difference. Maybe us not conceding in that game. If he played in that game, what's Mikel thinking when he's trying to leave an important central defender, a giant of a central defender such as Gabriel on the bench? What's he thinking? You know, even with players such as Gabriel, we're still conceding silly goals and ridiculous goals such as the Rashford one. We're still conceding crazy goals. I'm live in the mix, people. This is the live reaction to this beautiful Sunday afternoon where it was all going to go left at one point, because I tell you what, that Garnacho brother, he had man thinking, yo, this is it. This is really it. Garnacho had man thinking, this is it. And I know everyone else would agree with me. Yeah. When he sped across that line, and I was thinking, oh my days, is he offside? No, he's not offside. It doesn't look like he is. Where's Gabriel's head? Where's his shoulder? I was thinking, no, like anything but a defeat. We cannot suffer a defeat. Anything but a defeat. Anything but a defeat. Whatever we do, we must not suffer a defeat. And they nearly had it. They nearly had it. They nearly had it. He threw on Maguire, but at the same time, he threw on Garnacho, and that boy is Garnacho. He looks like he's gonna cook this season, man. I'll be honest and I'll be real. I can tell when a young player is gonna cook, and he's gonna cook. Yeah, for real, for real. That guy is going to cook, bro. Garnacho nearly mashed up my weekend. He nearly mashed up my weekend, but we move. What does this mean for the league? Not much. City are where they are, but we move, people. We absolutely move. You understand? And I share that. I say that to say this. Now it's about using this win to really galvanize us and put us in a place where we understand what it is that we need to be doing, and go for that title winning consistent sort of run. Games against the likes of Everton away and so forth are not going to be easy. These games are not going to be easy at all. So we need to buckle up our ideas, bro. We really need to buckle up our ideas and make sure that we get some sort of good form going. We get catch up good competition with Gabriel Jesus. Saka doesn't seem to have competition as always. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. Good competition in the midfield. Give Smith Rowe some minutes, Mikel. You have to give Smith Rowe some minutes. You're bringing on Fabio Vieira, and you're really trying to bring on this new core of a side, and I get all of that. But at the same time, you mustn't forget about Smith Rowe. He's our number 10. He's an academy graduate, and all of these things. We like the way he plays. He's got goals in him, and he's one of our own. You must give that young boy some minutes. I hope that when Carabao Cup games and these games come up, it's going to be an opportunity for him to grab the form that he needs to be able to knock the door for the Premier League and kind of have a say as well. But yeah, man, listen, beautiful finish to the game, and as you can see here, this leaves us with a solid start to September. A 3-1 win over Manchester United. It was never going to be easy against Manchester United, but I was very confident, and here we go. We can, put that behind us now, put this win, enjoy the weekend, the rest of the weekend, but we got tough fixtures coming up. We really do have tough fixtures coming up. We've got fixtures against Everton, and then on the 17th, when we come back from this 2-week break, and then we got these European fixtures that are going to start. Arsenal v PSV Eindhoven. It's not going to be a simple and easy fixture. It's going to be an interesting Champions League return. European return, and then we got Tottenham Hotspur away. The good thing at home, sorry, the good thing about the run is that, or one of the positives is that we're at home, so we can really solidify this home form. We can really bring it to where we need to be and make sure that we're not conceding goals such as today, man. you know. And then from there, we got Carabao Cup games. Hopefully, we see the likes of Smith Rowe and these man, come in these Carabao Cup games. There's going to be debuts for the likes of Raya there and so forth. And then, Bournemouth away. That's not going to be easy. Bournemouth is a side that will fight for everything tooth and nail in their ground. And then we get to Champions League again against RC Lens. Interesting little fixture there away. That's going to be an interesting first sort of away Champions League fixture. And then the big one, Sunday, 8th of October against Manchester City, which is going to be absolutely incredible if we can get a win, a convincing win, right up to that point, and against them, convincing wins and a convincing win right up to that point against Man City to win this title, man. I want to win this title. Declan Rice is going to be the guy that's going to be the difference for us to win this title this season. And we go from there, people. But yeah, man, this was my reaction. It was a rugged and dogged performance. Big up to people like Ramsdale. He worked hard, to be able to kind of, have some interesting saves here and there. Big up the likes of Odegaard, as I said before. Big up the whole defense. Zinchenko had a better showing, a bit suspect here and there, but he did have a better showing in this game. Zinchenko, he was eventually subbed off, and so was people like Havertz. As I said, he did have a better showing in this game as well, Kai Havertz. And then we go from there. But Onana was pissing me off. Onana was trying to get on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie. He was, he's trying to bring this sort of personality character to the Man United sort of goalkeeping sticks, and just like the greats have done in the past. But I felt as though he was, just trying to a little bit too much, and I think it probably galvanized us to be able to put a bit more of an impetus on our game at times. I did feel as though we just stood off them a lot of the times, and I just don't understand why. Mikel must be going crazy on the sidelines. Hopefully, he's going crazy on the sidelines and saying to the players like, "Why are you not standing off them so much? Like, it doesn't need to be like that." We're at home. They were controlling vast elements of possession in this game, Manchester United, which is not really good to see. We need to be able to control possession, because that's the team that we're trying to build to, be. That's the team that Mikel said he's trying to build, a team that suffocates teams, rival teams through possession-based football and chance creation. So technically, we need to be, controlling the possession very, very, very much. Overall, I think we did come out on top in terms of possession, 55%, as opposed to Man United's 45%. And I'll share the tab here. And it's it's a case of large parts of second half we were very ineffective, because United were able to hold on to the possession more than what I've wanted it to. Keep in mind that these goals, these two goals that came on, they came very late. I think they scored in the 27th minute, their initial first goal, and then we scored in on the 28th minute, responded with a fantastic footballing, liquid football equalizer. It's there. There's traces of it there. There's definitely traces of that liquid football there. There's elements to it. It just needs to be perfected in the training ground, and it needs to be worked on to such an extent that it comes fluid and it comes natural and it comes automatic. And that only comes with having a consistent 11. All this tinkering and tankering, it's not going to do it. I know that at times, through injuries and through different types of games, that people just let the team come into its own, and then maybe you can switch one or two and maybe change one or two things, but you need to let the team settle. It's very important. Preseason, we had our preseason, but I feel like the team didn't settle. And yes, it to an extent did with Timber there, but then it's like, did it really? The midfield and trying to invert from the right hand side. We're good at inverting from the left. Keep it to the left. We've got Zinchenko back. He's fully fit. He's ready to go to start games. Let's keep him there, and then we continue what we know the team is good at. We continue doing the things that we know this particular team is good at: inverting from the left, playing that midfield expansive sort of football where we get Odegaard involved. He's the, the guy that's gonna, unlock doors, and we get him on the ball as much as we can. We get Jesus firing on all cylinders. We get Nketiah doing what Nketiah does when Jesus is injured and so forth, or vice versa, depending on who he wants to start with. And we do our thing, man. Everton, we need to go there this season. I don't want to another defeat at Everton. I'm gonna go nuts. I want us to go there this season and really like just strangle them footballing wise. Make sure that we go in there with a convincing win. No mutting around, no joking around, no playing around. Martinelli was immense today. How can I forget? He was the creator of the goal, the one one. Um, and he was just solid today, and that's why he played a full 90 minutes. If I'm not mistaken, not actually did come off. He did come off at the end for Nelson. We was trying to get a little Nelson sort of cheeky winner. But overall, he played best part of 90 minutes, and he was immense today. He was really telling Mikel Arteta that, look, don't even take me off. I'm starting. We saw no Trossard. We saw no Smith Rowe, really unused. These kind of players that we know that can actually come in and make the difference. And that only shows that we got depth, to be honest, and to be real. That shows that we've got good depth, and you want to see good depth in the squad. You want to see good depth, even playing, playing against the likes of United. The fact that we don't bring on people like Trossard, the fact that we don't bring on people like Smith Rowe, even though we want to see them guys play, it's very, very good. My Man United people, they're gonna come in, stroll in here and there, in the stream. But listen, man, I say that to say this, man. Yeah, man, this game pissed me off for the best part of it. It really did. It really, really did. And going through some of the sort of general ratings, as you can see here, the people like Odegaard and Martinelli and Rice and Jesus, of course, goal scorers, they get the best ratings overall. Everyone else. Tomiyasu came on and he did well as well, I must say. He came on, tried to do what Zinchenko was doing, being a direct substitute for Zinchenko. I think he came on and did well, Tomiyasu, overall. But yeah, man, listen, we are entering into the period of this young man, into the era of this young man here. Yeah. And this young man here is going to take us to new heights. He's going to take us to heights that we have never been before, or not even never been before, maybe never been before in the Champions League sense, but heights that we've been before and we were great. Yeah. And that's pushing us to titles, pushing us to wins. Today, that goal, that shot, it was, don't underestimate how much work he had to do. Do not underestimate how much work he had to do to chin that down, chest that down, to get low level of ball control and to score the way he did. It was unbelievable. It was written. It was always going to happen. Arsenal, as they do, leave it late. Unbelievable finish by him. Yes, I know it took a deflection, but that was going in regardless, and there was no Onana saving that whatsoever. Are you mad? Look at it, people. Look at it. And that was all she wrote. And that was all she wrote. Listen, I'm going to leave it here. Just over 20 minutes we've gone on this live reaction. I'm going to do the player ratings. It won't be a live reaction. It will be a player ratings video. And yeah, man, we go from there, people. Listen, drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Grrr, we move. Back. Man United, where? Sit back down, man. Man United, where? Come on, man. Let's go. 3 points.